welcome to Two Birds. I'm Fiona, and today's class is a 45-minute Vinyasa flow dedicated to cultivating joy in our yoga practice. And when we approach our practice with this intention in mind, we tend to soften around that tendency to strain and push ourselves and really just reconnect with all those qualities and feelings that we felt when we first started practicing yoga. That feeling of expansiveness, liberation in our bodies, and feeling grounded. So I hope you enjoy. Thanks so much for joining. Namaste. And begin by taking your comfortable seat at the back of your mat. You may wish to kneel or comfortably cross your legs. Just sit quietly for a few minutes and settle in. Gently closing your eyes and really land in your body, exhaling a few cleansing breaths and direct yourself towards stillness. And initially just become aware of how you're starting your practice today. Notice how you're feeling physically and mentally, if you're feeling well rested, or perhaps a little tired or distracted, just sensing what's present for you right now. And take this time to set an intention to use this time to recover a feeling of joyfulness and freedom and ease, to move and breathe in a way that feels expansive and liberating. And one way to access these qualities is through our in-breath, but also in our approach. So we're just going to try and prioritize your enjoyment and just focus your energy there, and your whole body will benefit. Your breath and your movement will feel more fluid, and you'll be less concerned with straining and tensing and over effort. And we'll begin now with some focused breathing. Just start to deepen your breath and see your breath rising toward your chest. So your collarbones lift lightly, and on your exhale, let your navel sink back toward your spine. And just continue with that breathing orientation. Just first seeing your breath lift toward your chest, feeling the sides and back of your lungs, your upper back expanding, and emptying your breath right down at the pit of your belly. Each new breath in, fresh and enlivening, and each breath out, giving your mind and your body a chance to reset and fully ground yourself in this present moment. Fully inhabiting your body and just enjoying the simplicity of your breath, your whole body benefiting from your attention. And taking 3 more cycles of breath. And as you feel yourself breathe out, nod your chin in toward your chest, eyes to the back of the eyelids, and gently blink the eyes open. Setting your hands down by your side, you're going to flex at the wrists. So your palms are either flat on the floor or just hovering there, fingertips pointing toward the edges of your mat. As you breathe in, raise your arms slowly with a flexed wrist, and then just touch your fingers together at the top, overhead. As you exhale, relax your wrists, roll your wrists, spread the fingers, lower the arms. And we'll do that once more, flexing at the wrists so you can feel your forearms, your outer seams of your arms engage as the arms come up, fingers touch, and then relax your hands, roll the wrists, spread the fingers, and lower your arms. As you breathe in now, reach your arms up overhead and interlace your fingers. Turn your hands inside out so the palms face toward the ceiling, and actively stretch tall through your spine, the sides of your waist, through the armpits. And on your out breath, release your hands, take your hands behind your back, interweave all the fingers. As you breathe in, lift and open your chest. Feel the shoulder blades draw toward the midline of your back. Deep breath into the top of your chest. And then exhale, release. Walk your hands forward and make your way onto all fours there. Separating your hands shoulder width apart, fingers spread, knees hip distance apart underneath your hips. And then press down through your shins, stretch all 10 toes back behind you. Breathing in here, soften your belly, gently arch your spine and send the gaze up. Breathing out, rounding the spine, hugging the belly in and up, pushing into your hands. And just stay with that sequence, arcing and doming your spine. And feel the full articulation of your spine move with your breath. So you can feel a stretch through the front of your throat and your jaw at the top of your in-breath. You can feel the spread of your shoulder blades in your upper back on your out-breath. And we'll go one more round in each direction. And making your way back into a neutral space. Just walk your hands forward about half a hand and anchor the palms of your hands down. Spread all your fingers, tuck the toes, and make your way into your first downward facing dog. Sending the hips nice and high. Keep a soft bend in your knees. Emphasize the sides of your waist and your spine to lengthen. Really relax around the back of your neck so the crown of your head can point down toward the floor. Energize the arms and then just slowly pedal out through your heels. And keep your movement unhurried, your breath expansive, and that feeling in your body easeful. And just take in the feedback from your body rather than being distracted by any areas or parts of your body that are feeling tight or congested. Just using this time to open and brighten in your body. And settling into stillness, your heels lightly spin out, the front of your thighs engaged. Take 2 full breaths in and out. At the end of your exhale, light bend in the knees, send your gaze forward and travel to the top edge of your mat, bringing your feet hip distance apart. With a soft bend in your knees, lay your torso over your thighs in a forward fold, catch opposite elbows. And then just take a sway side to side, stretch out through the sides of your waist. Feel all 4 corners of the feet pressing down into the mat. And then energetically lifting through the arches of your feet so you can feel the inner seams of your legs nice and active. Forward tilt to your pelvis. And then release your hands to the floor, hang in ragdoll, arms can go floppy. And bend the knees a little deeper and very slowly roll up through your spine. Keeping your hands by your side, just bring your head, neck and shoulders up last. Finding your even standing posture. And as you stand tall, physically create that space around your chest. Collarbones can float up, stretching up and out of your low belly. The front of your arms gently move back. And as we start to warm up through our sun salutes and move through this practice, trying to take the qualities of expansion, ease and joy into your practice. We'll begin with 2 half forward folds. Take a deep breath in, reach your arms overhead, send your gaze up. As you exhale, swan dive forward, leading with your heart as you fold, soft micro bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to the shins. Exhale, forward fold. Rise on your in-breath, stretch your body tall. Exhale, press your hands to your heart center. One more round just like that, arms overhead, deep breath in, fill up. Cleansing breath out as you dive forward over your legs. Breathe in, extend and expand. Exhale, refold over your legs. Arms rise, out, then up, come to stand. Breathing out, hands to your heart center. Toe heel your feet together, bring your big toes to touch. 2 rounds of Surya Namaskar C, our low lunge salute. Deep breath in, arms circle overhead. Exhale, forward fold, Utkatasan. Inhale, Ardha Utkatasan, looking forward. Exhale, fingertips down, right leg lunges back, right knee to the floor. Reach your arms alongside your ears. Exhale, hands to frame your front foot, step back, plank pose. Top of your push-up, pause for an extra breath. Really expand across your chest, and as you breathe out, knees, chest and chin all the way down to the floor. Breathe in, breathe all the way up to the collarbones, gently and mildly arc the spine. Exhale, firm belly, downward facing dog. Anchor your hands into the floor, spread the fingers. Cultivating a nice smooth rhythm to your breath to support your practice. Toes step together, back of the mat. Right leg rising as you breathe in. Go ahead, step your right foot up in between your hands, left knee to the floor. Circle your arms out, then up. Exhale, hands to the floor, step forward, top edge of your mat. On your inhale, halfway lift. On your exhale, fold in toward your legs. Inhale, rise to stand. Arms sweep overhead. Exhale, settle your hands to your heart center. Arms reach up overhead, second side. Exhale, forward fold over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Utkatasan, halfway lift. Exhale, fingertips down, left foot lunging back, left knee to the floor. Arms reach and extend to the edge of your ring fingers. Exhale, hands to the floor, step quietly back, plank pose. Strong legs, core, arms. On your exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. Back bend of your choice, keep it low or come into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breath in. Cleansing breath out. Step your toes together, left leg rising, breathe in. Left foot forward as you breathe out, right knee to the floor. Arms overhead, breathe in. Hands to the floor, breathe out, step forward. Ardha Utkatasan, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Rise to stand on your in-breath. Hands to your heart on your out-breath. 1 round, Surya Namaskar A. Arms circle out and overhead, breathe in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, extend through your spine, straight legs flat back. Exhale, hands down, step back to plank. We'll keep it flowing. Deep breath in. Exhale, chaturanga, low push-up. Upward dog or cobra on your in-breath. Downward facing dog on your out breath. 5 smooth breaths here. Letting your in breath invigorate you. Letting your out breath settle you in. And keep you present. Take your toes together here at the back of the mat. Reach your right leg up and back, down dog splits. Exhale, core lunge in the air, right knee in toward your nose, dome your spine. Inhale, down dog splits. Exhale, step your right foot up in between your hands for high lunge. And just get steady there, right foot over in the right lane, left foot in the left lane, reaching the arms up alongside your ears once you're steady. And find your breathing pattern, one where you're breathing all the way up to your collarbones and colouring your lungs in with your breath. Gently turning the pinky fingers in toward each other. Find more space, that nice soft energy around the back of your neck. Lunge just a little deeper and keep your left leg fully engaged and lifted. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, arrowhead. Float the arms back, your torso forward, and come to hover right above your right thigh. Fingertips reach back toward your left heel, crown of the head forward, firm belly. Breathing in, come back to your high lunge. We're transitioning. Warrior 2, anchor your back heel and float the arms open, level with the floor. Take a few moments here to adjust your feet. Right foot at 12 o'clock. Whole sole of your left foot on the floor and left leg powerfully engaged. Torso straight up and down. The gaze falls softly forward out over your right middle finger. Feel really steady in the lower half of your body, and then give everything a bit of length and space in your upper body. And breathe in a way that feels joyful, like it's feeding your body, invigorating you. And then from here we're going to take a half bind. Take your left hand either to the small of your back, or option to take the left hand around to the inner right thigh. Flip the right palm up and then start to reverse. Taking the right arm either straight up or overhead. So you just find that comfortable position, an enjoyable shape in your body where you can sustain a mindful, easy breath. And then keeping your gaze back and down toward your left foot, and keeping your left hand just where it is, we're going to take the right hand and point the fingers down toward your right knee. So you can access a nice stretch down the right side of your neck in this different shape. Once again, just keep the breath moving. One more deep breath in. As you exhale, return to your warrior 2. We're just here for a beat. Lunge nice and deep. And on your exhale, windmill the hands to the floor, setting up for a runner's lunge twist. Pop up onto your left toes, keep the left hand down on the floor, push the floor away and raise the right hand up toward the ceiling. And you can gently lean back through your torso, try and keep the hips quite level here and your left thigh lifting up in space, the heel reaching back. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor and we'll flow. Stepping back, high push-up. Exhale, low push-up, chaturanga. Upward dog or cobra, breathe right up to the base of your neck. And exhale, downward facing dog. And when you arrive here, just feel like your hands, your feet are dropping anchors into the floor. So there's no air pockets underneath your hands. Your arms feel active. Equal effort through the arms and the legs. And then just keep calibrating your breath so it feels regular, even and easeful. Second side coming up. Let's step the toes together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Nice mindful movement, core lunge in the air, make it count, really hug in and up through the belly. Left leg up and back, down dog splits. As you exhale, left foot forward in between your hands for high lunge. Place yourself so the left knee's over the ankle, rise up when you're steady, no rush. And keeping that feeling of a soft expression in your face, so the jaw's soft, not too serious, just enjoying your practice, the movement in your body. Keep your breath lifting and expanding. And take a deep breath in here. Exhale, transitioning into arrowhead, arms float back, your torso forward. Little bit of work in the front left thigh, but keep powering up your right leg. Low belly hugs in and up to hold you steady. On your in-breath, rise up, high lunge. And on your out-breath, warrior two. Anchor your right heel, lunge nice and deep in the left knee. And then just pause there, finding that integrity in your shape. Armpits balanced over your hips. Long enough stride so you can feel your legs working, your core working. And then support yourself with a nice full breath. And here we'll take a half bind, this time right hand behind. Option to take it around to the inner left thigh or the small of your back. Flip the left palm up and reach up, reversing your warrior with a bind. And then just very gently send the gaze down to your right foot so your neck's fully relaxed there, no over effort. You might like to challenge yourself and lunge a little deeper. Keep the left knee tracking forward. And now take your left hand and point it down toward your left knee. So just play with that position of the left hand so you can find a stretch through the left side of your neck. You might need to nod your right ear over toward your right shoulder a little bit more. Back leg stays firm, return to your warrior two. And as you exhale, we mill both hands to the floor to set up for your runner's lunge twist. Popping up onto the right toes, right hand stays down, left hand to the sky, breathe in. Stay for a couple of extra breaths here. Draw your left collarbone back in space, stack the left shoulder over the right shoulder, and reach up energetically through all your fingers. Ground down with everything you've got in contact with the mat. One more deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor, and either downward dog or take a flow, stepping back, high push-up, low push-up, upward dog or cobra, and really savor your in-breath there. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause and rest. 5 to 8 breaths. So try and take a long enough stride between your hands and your feet there so you can feel that back body expansion, elongation. Too short a stride and you won't get that. Too long and your arms, legs and core will have to work a lot more to sustain the shape. So find your peaceful shape in downward dog. Let it feel restful. And stepping your toes together at the back of your mat, raise your right leg up and back here, breathe in. Core lunge in the air as you breathe out. Right leg up and back, breathe in. Stepping forward to a low lunge, right foot up in between your hands, left knee to the floor. Once you're steady, reach your arms up alongside your ears. And hands can be quite wide here, even wider than your shoulders, little fingers turning in to really feel that expansive quality across your chest. The lift of your navel, sternum lifting up toward your chin. You might like to stay here or You can take your left hand back, bend your left knee and catch a hold of your left ankle for a quad stretch. And this might not suit everybody, and there's no need to strain to arrive in this position because you can hold your low lunge. But if it feels comfortable on your knees, you're drawing your left heel toward your buttocks. Keep reaching up through your right arm there. Breathing all the way up to your collarbones. Enjoy the stretch. See if you can soften into it. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands to the floor. We're going to set up for pyramid. Your left knee lifts and just step the left foot forward. So you shorten your stance. Left foot in the left lane, right foot in the right lane. Take a deep breath in. Come up halfway. Perhaps run the hands up the shin. And then as you exhale, fold forward over the midline of your right leg. 2 straight legs here, pressing down through the big toe mound of your right foot and inner heel. And you can either stay here, just prioritizing the length through the front of your torso over the front leg, or there's an option here. If your fingertips are currently on the floor quite comfortably, you can walk your arms back away from the front foot and spin your fingertips backwards toward the back edge of your mat. And then hug your triceps in so you feel them squeezing the midline of your body. And now draw your shoulder heads back. And just experiment with transferring as much weight into your fingertips as possible and dig your weight into your front heel. Try and raise your left foot toward your buttocks. And don't forget to breathe and land lightly. We'll all move back through a flow or option to take downward facing dog. When you're ready, stepping back, high push-up. Exhale, low push-up. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. And second side coming up, we'll step our toes together, left leg rising as you breathe in. Take a core lunge in the air as you breathe out, make it count, really dome your spine, push into your hands. Down dog splits, breathe in. Exhale, low lunge, left foot in between your hands. Right knee touches down and arms sweep up alongside your ears. And take any comfortable shape with your arms here. You might like to take cactus arms if it feels like it gives you a little bit more lift and opportunity to breathe a deeper breath. And if you are comfortable with the quad stretch in your knee and your hamstrings, keep the left arm reaching and take the right hand back to your right ankle, bending your right knee and drawing your right heel in toward your buttocks. Try and turn the right hip forward here so your torso points forward. Low belly hugs in, front of the pelvis lifts up to help keep you supported around your midsection. Then just notice what you feel in your body and see if you can improve the quality of your breath. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. We're transitioning into pyramid pose. So your right knee lifts and right foot grounds down. Stance is shortened, about 3 foot, left foot in the left lane. Go ahead, come up halfway. When you're ready, take a full breath in, expand and lengthen the front of your spine. And as you exhale, fold forward over the midline of your left straight leg. So just folding forward in an honest way. Don't feel like you need to round your back or strain here. Just find that perfect shape for your body. Unwrinkle through the front of your chest. Shoulder blades in toward the midline of your back. And then just play with the best hand position that makes you feel steady and comfortable. And if your fingers are comfortably on the floor here and you'd like to take that humble flamingo variation, walk your hands back, coming onto the fingertips and turn your fingertips toward the back edge of your mat. You're aiming here to keep your left leg straight and it is on an angle. It is quite challenging. If you've got your balance, you're folding in, right knee can bend, taking your right knee toward your left knee and right heel toward your right buttocks. Not here for long, mostly because I can't hold it for very long. And land lightly. Take your time. We're moving back through a vinyasa, or step quietly back to downward facing dog, just whatever's going to allow you to enjoy your practice more. Full breath in and deep breath out. And settle and rest here, a couple of breaths in downward facing dog. Really spreading through your fingers, plugging down through all the base knuckles, reaching back through your heels, perhaps pointing your sit bones a little higher toward the ceiling. Nice steady breath. And from here, take a light bend in the knees. We're going to make our way to the middle of the mat. So you can walk your hands back toward your feet as you walk your feet forward to the middle. And taking your toes a little wider away from one another. You can even take them to the edges of your mat as we prepare to come into Malasana squat pose. Angle your toes out and your heels in, and sit down any amount on the back of your legs there. Elbows can press to the inner knees. Thumbs rest toward your sternum. And if you are a little bit more elevated, that's okay. Just resting your forearms on your knees, sending your buttocks back and your weight into your heels. So our next sequence is a twisting, balancing flow. So try to bring a playful and patient approach to this sequence, and it might be easier on the second round once you know where you're going, but just listen in, try and move in a way that feels easeful. So from here, fingertips to the floor, we're going to walk our feet together and we'll set up for chair pose, Utkatasan, bending the knees and reaching your arms up alongside your ears. And then bring again your weight back into your heels so your toes are light and fluffy, thighs are pressing together, and if you feel very arched in your low back, see if you can send the tailbone down toward the floor and draw your low belly in so it's not spilling. Press your palms and lower your hands to your heart center. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, twist to your left. If you can, hook your right elbow to the outside of your left knee and then revolve to your left. So your left collarbone's going to move back in space. Your heart's going to spiral toward your thumbs, drawing a straight line, elbow to elbow. And in this sequence, we're going to keep our eyes down to balance. So just very neutral in the neck. And keep breathing. Breathe into the part of your body where you've got the most space. So breathing into the sides of the ribs laterally and toward your armpits and chest. Next option here, if you're feeling comfortable, is to keep the hands where they are, your eye gaze down, transfer your weight into your left foot, and option to raise the right foot, squeezing the knees together, right heel toward your right buttocks, coming into Flamingo. And final variation, another option, hold your twist, hold your gaze down, balancing on your left foot, extend your right leg back behind you. Twisted Swan. And then reversing, coming to stand back in the middle of your mat, toes step together, back to center, come back to chair as you breathe in. Forward fold and let it go. You can sigh it out of your mouth. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale and fold. Chair pose as you breathe in, bend the knees, reach your arms. Pause here for a few breaths. And then bring the palms together, lower them down to your heart center. Try and keep your chest really open, your lungs available. Moving into your twist to your right. Left elbow hooks to the outside of your right knee. And try and sit down quite low here without tipping your weight forward into your toes. Stay very anchored in your heels. And then find the most comfortable, most joyful twist in your body. And then turn your gaze down, if it's not already, toward the floor. Hold this orientation of the arms. Transfer your weight now into your right foot. And then maybe you get a little lighter on the left toes, or even draw the left heel up toward your buttocks. Balancing here. Holding your twist, holding your gaze. Play with taking the left leg out behind you and come into your twisted swan balance. Lifted leg stays very engaged to keep you buoyant. We're going to step back into chair pose. Toes come together, release from your twist, reach the arms, breathe in. Exhale and forward fold. Take a halfway lift, reset through the spine. Exhale, refold. Rise all the way to stand. Exhale, hands to the heart. And just walk forward to the top edge of your mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Deep breath in. Circle your arms overhead. Exhale and forward fold over your legs. Inhale, full breath here. Expand all the way up to your throat. With your breath, exhale, hands down, plank pose. Pause. Take a deep breath in, and on the count of 5, slowly lower yourself all the way down to the floor, onto your belly, and we'll set up for Locust Pose. And if Locust is too hard on your back, feel free to come into a Sphinx pose here. You can take your forearms forward, shoulder width apart, and take a milder back bend. Otherwise, arms alongside your body, palms face down. Legs extended behind you, and as you lift up and breathe in, think about extending out of your low back, bringing the shoulder blades together toward the midline of your back, so you lift and brighten through your chest. Reach the fingertips back, spread all your toes, take a deep breath in, and exhale, release, just turning your head to one side, and let your heels fall out to the side. Relax your hands. And always in back bends, oftentimes when we're on our belly, our breath is hard to access in our belly. So when you come up into your back bend, think about breathing wide into your ribs and into the armpit area and the chest. And we'll come back for one more locust. If you're feeling comfortable in the shoulders, you can interlace your fingers behind your back. Otherwise, just separating the hands, and as you breathe in, lift up nice and tall, firm belly, and breathe wide. Expand across your chest, perhaps lifting a little higher, stretching back through the legs, keeping them active. Deep breath in, rest coming up. Exhale, release. And we're going to take our hands by our ribs here, just pushing up onto all fours. And take your buttocks toward your heels and rest back in child's pose, Malasana. And let go of all the effort in your arms. Relax your jaw, your mouth. Eyes can close. Just feel your breath slowing down. Back bends are always so energizing and they quicken our breath. It's always nice to just pause and reset. And then just very slowly glide up, so you're kneeling, and bring your feet around in front of you. Making your way into Utkatasan, We're going to take the soles of our feet together and take a little rock on your buttocks, left and right, and find that comfortable distance between your heels and your pelvis. Soles of the feet pressing together, and catch a hold of your ankles. And you might like to take a few waves through the spine here, arching and rounding, just to loosen out. As an option here, if you are a little bit more flexible and you'd like to challenge your balance, you can thread your arms underneath your legs, and then with your palms face up, try and walk your heels and your toes in a little closer. We're going to balance on the soft part of our buttocks, gently rocking back and raising the outer edges of your feet. Holding yourself up with the tray of your hands, balancing here, lengthening through your spine and lifting your chest. And then land yourself lightly down. From here, our last forward fold, extending both legs out straight, coming into Paschimottanasana, flexing your toes, turning the toes up toward the ceiling, back of the legs pressing down into the earth. Reach the arms up alongside your ears. And as you exhale, forward fold. Nothing too deep, something that feels nice in your body. Hands can lay beside your legs or catch a hold of your feet. No over effort. Just letting go, winding down, directing yourself toward rest. 3 deep breaths. And then very slowly releasing. And you might like to sit upright in seated meditation for the last 3 minutes here, or rest back in Shavasana, laying down on your back, getting any props to help you feel more comfortable, perhaps an extra layer as your body tends to cool down here as you rest. And then laying down on your back, palms face up to the side of your body to let your shoulders release. Feet a little wider than your hips. Heels heavy and your toes can just fall out to the side. And then feel for a straight line through your spine to the back of your skull. Gently close your eyes and take rest. If you've got a sigh, just letting it out of your mouth, signaling to your body to let go and unwind. And just letting a wave of relaxation wash over your face. Feel the skin stretch over the bridge of your nose to your ears. Feel your jaw unhinge, your mouth soften. And invite that soft feeling to move down into your neck, your throat, across your shoulders and down your arms. Notice the warmth in your palms. Let your ribs and your belly relax. Let go of your effort in your pelvis, your buttocks and your hips. And then just map your awareness all the way down your legs, letting the larger muscles of your legs relax, the backs of your knees soften. And rest heavy into your heels. And trace your awareness all the way around the edge of your toes. And let your whole body rest. And if you have a little bit more time to linger here, please feel free. Currently at that 45-minute increment, if you need to make a move, just start to wriggle out through your toes, your hands. Breathe in a brighter breath. And then bending the knees, feet to the floor. Rolling out to your right side. Take a few moments there to let the eyes open. Adjust to the light in your room. And then slowly drag yourself all the way back up. Namaste, yogis. Thanks for joining.